Hello and welcome. My name is Heather Prince, and I am now here on a Tuesday. I've changed the name of what I used to call this time with you, which was Lunch and Learn, to the talk. Let's talk. Let's share with you my suggestions, and I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your feedback. Today's subject is what you can do to attract the man you truly want. And if you haven't got a pen and paper, now's the time to just go and get a pen and paper, because later on during this mini talk, I'm going to be sharing with you a quick exercise to do about the man that you will attract. And also, I'm going to share with you a love manifestation exercise. So, if you want to go and get pen and paper, now's the time to do it, so that you don't think in the middle of what I'm sharing that you haven't got it to hand. For those of you that haven't met me before, my name is Heather Prince. I am known as the Root Master because I get to the core root of the issue. I just don't get a plaster and clean up the wound and just stick a plaster over it. I want to know why that wound arrived there in the first place. Why did it manifest? And let's get to the core root and find out. And the work that I do is kind of like an onion, where you just take off the layers until you get to the root. And I've been chattering away here so that you can go and get your paper and pen, and also for those that I've notified on email and on social media to join me. So please do say hello. On StreamYard, you do have to give permission, but if you haven't done that, just add your name to your comment, because I do love to interact with you. And if any of you are not in the UK and you're watching this later, just put #replay, and then I know that you've watched the recording. So let's start. What you can do to attract the man you truly want. First of all, you need to focus on what you want, not on what you don't. Most of us, including me, at times, you need to be mind conscious. You need to be self-aware of, well, what am I thinking? Because it's kind of like our focus acts as both a magnifying glass and a magnet, where we become what we attract. In other words, whatever we put our attention on expands in our life. So whatever we talk about, we see more of, and whatever we think about, we experience more of. So maybe you've been talking about that all men are non-committal. Perhaps all men are just out for the physical aspect of a relationship. And I'm sorry if you can hear the noise in the background. I've got my dog decided to play behind me. Little Henry, what are you doing? Are you playing? Yes, making a bit of a noise. I do apologize. So maybe you've been thinking along those lines. If that resonates with you, please do add it to the comments. Whatever we talk about, so we might, meet up with some friends and say, I'm fed up with meeting people that are XYZ, whatever. Because what we put out there, we see more of, because what we focus on directs our brains to seek out and produce more of the same. So focus acts as reinforcement. Now, if you went to do an activity like darts, or maybe, you've gone away somewhere and they've offered an activity of bows and arrows, you're going to be looking at that dart board, aren't you? At that archery board, and in the middle is a bullseye. And what you focus on, you're aiming for that bullseye. You're not thinking about, oh, well, I'm going to miss it. But if you do think, oh my God, am I going to get the bullseye? Am I not going to, be accurate on the board? That's exactly what happens. And that's what I'm talking about when I mention focus. Now, it's all about the law of attraction because it responds to thoughts, to what we do not want, in the same way that it responds to thoughts of what we do want. If we think of not wanting something, why does the universe respond by manifesting this experience that we do not want? Because it doesn't know what's real and what is not real. It doesn't know. So if somebody's going around saying, oh, there's no good men out there, there's no good men out there, that's exactly the reality that will happen. But if somebody thinks there's plenty of lovely men out there or plenty of lovely partners, that's exactly what will happen as well. So that is how the law of attraction works. And what is the law of attraction? The law of attraction is actually pretty simple. Its premise is that like attracts like. A bird will attract a bird. In fact, it would be more niche, won't it? A pigeon will attract a pigeon. A dove will attract a dove. So, you know, it's really how it works in life. The more you focus on a particular thing, the more you bring that very thing into your life. So even if you're not looking for a new partner, but you're currently in a relationship and you are focused on oh, he's going to cheat on me. I'm sure he's cheating on me. Oh, he's going to cheat on me. I'm going to check his phone. I'm going to check his pockets. Oh, he's going to cheat on me. Guess what happens? It's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. That person eventually is cheating on you or whoever who thinks on those lines. So you may have noticed subtle ways that the law of attraction already shows up in your life, or you may have written off each individual circumstance as a coincidence. Well, from my perspective, there is no such thing as a coincidence. And if you haven't read the book, The Celestine Prophecy, I highly recommend it. And they made it into a film as well. So I've spoken to so many of you lovely women in the Fearlessly Moving Forwards Facebook group who simultaneously desire a strong, conscientious man while complaining that all men are sex obsessed and penny pinchers. They say how they're no longer going to put any effort into attracting a man almost every single day. That's a lot of time spent thinking about how not to attract a man, isn't it? I mean, does that resonate with you? And relationships show us the areas that still need to heal. If you're not in a relationship, you're not learning, you're not growing, because they show us where we need to heal. It's reflected back to us of what we need to address, not what the other person needs to address. And we all still need to heal. There's no glass ceiling. We're always learning, we're always healing. So if you're looking to attract a soulmate, here are some tips to help prevent another disappointment and bring a lot more joy and ease to the process. First of all, is to be honest with yourself. It's okay to want a significant other. Yes, if you've done the healing of letting go of the past and personal development work, you are already what I call whole, and you surely don't need anyone to complete you. Yet our bodies, minds, and spirits are wired to connect. Accept that you desire love in your life, and you'll be more likely to invite it in, arms open, not arms closed. And even if you don't need a partner to survive, you can enjoy one. They can enhance your life. And that's what this life is all about, experiencing the full range of emotions and having people around to share them with. And secondly, after being honest, be grateful. I'm banging on about this all the time, but I will continue to repeat it because you will only attract the things, and in this case, people for whom you have a genuine fondness and gratitude. If you think most men, or if you're into women, you know, whatever it is for you, are arrogant and just want a housekeeper, you're not going to be able to attract a kind, funny, confident, generous man. Never mind attract, you won't be able even to see him. So this is a growth mindset. It's a growth mindset, my dear ladies. We can only achieve what we believe is possible. There are so many great catches when we expect them to be there. Now, this might mean you have to do some work to heal your relationship with your future partner. So here's a quick exercise. If you've got your piece of paper and you've got your pen or your pencil, divide it into 2 columns. On the left-hand column, write all of the positive qualities of the man or woman, I don't mind, whatever your preference is, that you can think of. So you write all of the positive qualities of the person that you can think of that you would love to have enhance your life. And if you haven't got time to write them all now, just write down 1 or 2. If you want to share it in the comments, please do. It could be something like honesty. It could be something like great sense of humor. Whatever it is for you. Now, in the right-hand column, list the negative attributes. The negative attributes are your beliefs, or let's say your glass ceiling. This is the type of man you will invite into your life, and it might be somewhat limiting. So the negative attribute might be, oh, I believe that all men love football and I really don't want to go there. I don't want to be a football widow. Or all men love to play golf and no, I don't want that. And I don't want to be left every weekend while he's off on the golf course. So it could be anything like that. The negative attributes, which are your current beliefs. And that might be due to what you've experienced up till now. So if you haven't got time to think fully about that now, this is something you can come back to, because I would like to invite you to consider each man as a unique and uncharted territory that you know nothing about, but for whom you are excited and curious to learn more. And rather than carrying beliefs from past experiences, consider each man a new destination to explore. It might not be the perfect territory for you, and that's okay. Most won't be, but approach him with genuine curiosity and enthusiasm, and you just might be surprised. Now, the third thing, we've mentioned be honest, we've mentioned gratitude. Third thing is love yourself. Another thing that I keep repeating, and I always will, because if you find yourself attractive, others will too. You simply don't have to worry about your age, whether you have a muffin top or a new wrinkle over here. Sexy is a feeling. It's not a look. You need to get comfortable in your own skin. No one else can do that for you. Once you feel attractive, you'll naturally be a magnet to attract and magnetize others to you. It's as simple as that. Now, let's do a love manifestation exercise. So wherever you're sitting and watching this right now, just get comfortable and just for a moment, know that you're in a safe space with me. I've been teaching meditation for 30 years. Just close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. Just take a nice deep breath in and breathe out. And again, breathe in and breathe out. And once more, nice deep breath in all the way down to your belly button. And breathe out. And just imagine in your mind's eye the person that you are wishing to attract. And just take note of what are their qualities. What do they look like? What do they do? What do they act like? What do they feel like when you're in their company? Really get a mental image in your mind's eye and the feeling of this person in your mind. Now consider the type of partner that that person is likely to have. And that's you. What is her energy like? Her personality? Does she always see the best in him? Or does she focus on what's wrong with him? Just sit with your energetics of this woman and see if you can feel them inside of you. Just being observant of her energy, her personality, whether she sees the best in him. Can you feel her inside of you? And when you're ready, slowly begin to open your eyes and see if you can go about your day embodying the same energy and mindset. This is not an effort to become someone else. It's a vision to become the best version of yourself. If you're looking for a king, you need to become the queen. So when you're ready, just open your eyes and bring yourself back to this little slideshow. Relationships bring up all of our unhealed wounds and inner child issues. In a way, that's what makes them such excellent tools in our journey to self-actualization. They show us the areas that still need to heal, and we all still need to heal. And you don't need to be fully healed before you embark on a relationship, but you need to be aware of it and want to trend in that direction. Remember, you set the bar for how you want to be treated with your level of self-respect. When you expect the best, you'll get it. And we inspire each other to be better. So the question is, because I've spoken to so many of you lovely ladies, you might be solo after a breakup, or perhaps you feel frustrated about the state of your relationship, but you want to avoid separation and or divorce. Now, the Akashic clearing and the fearlessly moving forwards method coaching with me is an excellent way to help you overcome the challenging aspects of relationship. It includes work on the inner child. It includes work on self-respect and what I call all the selfies. In fact, there is a video explaining how the method came about. I'm just fiddling with my bracelet here and trying to get it on camera. There is the starfish. I hope that you can see that clearly. There we go on the camera, because that starfish has got 5 arms to it, and a starfish can regenerate it if one of them gets chopped off, the same as we can. If our self-respect has got chopped off, our self-love, our self-belief, our self-confidence, our self-esteem, if that's got chopped off anywhere up until now, it can be regenerated. And that is what the Fearlessly Moving Forwards method includes, as well as so much else. If you're interested, the information is on my website, which is www.therootmaster.com. But if you privately, confidentially wish to share anything with me, you can email me at heather@heatherprince.co.uk, or just message me on Facebook if you're in my Fearlessly Moving Forwards group and you're watching this live stream. So I would like to thank you so much. Thank you for watching this talk today. And whoever's been watching has been rather shy, hasn't commented, and hasn't given their name, but it doesn't matter. I respect you and your confidentiality, and whatever work I do with clients remains absolutely confidential, even if we know the same people. So there you go. Hope you've got something from this. Please do share whether you have, and any comments that you have if you're watching this as a replay, because I do love to hear from all of you. And it's Sandra. Oh, Sandra, thank you so much for joining me, and you really enjoyed it. So I do hope that those tools have helped, and that you'll let me know if those exercises gave you anything of an insight. So sending so much love to all of you, and I look forward to talking to you again in the talk. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.